Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me, busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. My name is Sky Siegel, and I'm going to be hosting Dr. Pat's show while she's away today. I'm a psychic medium. If you didn't know, we are on this transformation radio program, and we are Angels and Answers. Artie Hoffman and myself, we do Angels and Answers every Thursday night between the hours of 5 and 7 Eastern Time. And I think Pacific Time is 2 to 4. I'm not quite sure, or someplace around that time zone. But definitely look up Transformation Radio so that you can catch our show. I'm very happy to be filling in for Dr. Pat today, and I have an amazing guest star with me, and his name is Guy Lazarus. Guy.
Hello. Thank you for having me. It's such a privilege to be on the Dr. Pat Show today.
And for me as well. Let me give you a little background about Guy, folks. He is an amazing healer, and we'd like for you today to call in to get some insight on his healing and maybe to set some appointments up for him to do some healing with you. Now, he doesn't only heal you physically, he also is able to heal you emotionally. So if you have emotional stress or problems, if you're ill in some manner, what he tries to do is get his healing so far into you that he can eradicate the problem altogether. Of course, sometimes that takes several days, weeks, months, but his goal is not just to keep you out of pain, but to keep the disease or problems away from you altogether. So if you'd like to give us a call this afternoon, the number is 800-930-2819, and we do look forward to hearing from you. And we have some great topics today. Guy, would you like to tell us the topics?
Well, the topic today is spirit coming to you or your child without you knowing?
That's a great topic. I love that. It's a topic very close to my heart. My children and my grandchildren all share this gift. And myself being a medium, I was able to recognize it very easily. However, somebody who is not a psychic or not deeply involved in spirituality, and they see their child talking to the air or whispering to another person, or telling you about an imaginary friend. Is that just an imaginary friend, guys? Or is that someone they're really seeing and someone they're really speaking to? And we're going to try to decipher that today on the show.
Yes, I'm really hoping to get some callers and we could really have a great discussion on this.
Oh, absolutely. And folks, if you want a little mini reading from myself, I will be more than happy to give you that. It's my great honor and privilege to do that for you. So don't forget to call us. Again, our number is 800-930-2819. And we are up to any calls that you have. If you'd like to join in to our topics, give us some insight on what you're seeing your children do. If you're believing that your child has an overactive imagination, or do you feel that maybe your child is seeing spirit? We're going to discuss that today, and we're going to decipher whether your child is seeing spirit or whether your child just has an active imagination. So, Guy, have you ever been in a situation where you've seen infants looking up out of their crib and focusing on one particular area of the
Oh,
room.
all the time, all the time. It's like they're focused with a laser beam. They just cannot take their attention off that one particular spot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I have seen that numerous times, being the grandmother of 10 beautiful, healthy grandchildren and 4 beautiful children. I have seen that throughout my whole life. Like I said, I had the benefit of knowing what was going on. But, we always say when the baby chuckles, oh, the baby's got gas, or the baby is laughing at an angel. Now, when you say I'm laughing at an angel, you don't know how close to the truth you really are.
True.
I happen to know that there is a lot of research been done on this particular fact, and it's a theory, but it makes a really heavy point here. UVA light is visible at 400 to 315 nms. Now, I'm not really sure what nm means, but I have a feeling it's like a nanominute or a nanosecond.
Right.
It infracts light, and it falls just above 750 nms, or 1 millimeter, okay? So it kind of, in layman's terms, that means that you are able to see the world in a very limited fashion. And there are things happening right in front of your eyes that are really not in your visional capacity. Your vision can't see it. You really can't see it. So there's a whole nother world happening in that area, just below 750, or 1 millimeter of a fragment of a second. So can you imagine a baby? And here's the funny thing, folks. Infants can go past the 750 to 1 millimeter layout vision time. So they can see past that range. Isn't that amazing? They have proven that babies can see past 1 millimeter of light, or 1 millimeter of a second of visible light. It's like an aperture on a camera. Did you ever take pictures in a crowded room, and all of a sudden, when you develop the pictures, you see these little balls, that look like bubbles? Good?
Yes, I actually just had that myself.
Yeah,
And
and you know why? Because the aperture on the camera is going faster than that 1 millimeter of light. In other words, more light is getting in through that aperture in 1 millimeter of a second than our eyes can focus, or that our eyes can determine.
Exactly. They're typically known as orbs, is what most people would relate to them as orbs. And through the naked eye, you really can never see them. They always show up in pictures. You'll always see them in photographs. So you are totally correct.
Right. And what happens is some people that are not spiritual or don't understand what they are. In fact, at my daughter's wedding, we had a professional photographer, and we had so many pictures with orbs in it. And he said, "Oh, don't worry about these little bubble spots. I get them all the time. I'll take them out." I says, "You will not." I says, "My relatives."
Yeah. I just had that, and it was with my webcam, because I'm looking at my webcam, and I said, you know what, let me open this up. I never really open up the program. So I opened up the program, and I had probably 6 to 8 orbs all around me. So I snapshotted it immediately because nobody would believe it. And at that particular moment, the amount of love that I felt come into my body, the energy, was one of the best feelings I ever had in my life.
That's right. That's right. And you're so right to feel that way. Now, just think, we get to see this on film, but our babies, our infants, our toddlers, up to a certain age, and I think the age is 3. I'm not quite certain. Don't hold me to it, folks. But around that time frame, the children's vision starts becoming more like ours, starts to develop, and unfortunately, they lose that ability to see. Now, sometimes moms, when new babies are born, they see their babies fixating in the corner of the room, or fixating on something, or laughing at someone who's there. And there is a theory that argues that since young babies only left the spirit world weeks before, they're naturally more attuned and naturally more able to see ghosts or ghostly visions, or to see across into their world, into the old world that they've just come from. So it's very interesting. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? How could you decipher that if you don't actually have the ability to feel spirit?
Well, exactly. The thing is, if you're a parent and you're not in tune with spirit or the spiritual world for that matter, and you have a child who is displaying this type of behavior, and you might think there's something wrong with them. I mean, a lot of children are diagnosed with learning disabilities.
Oh, God, I'm so happy you brought that up.
They are. They're put on all kinds of medication. It's often misdiagnosed as ADD, ADHD, and it's really not.
Right. Oh, and let's say your child is like 2 and 3, and they're fortunate enough to still have these imaginary friends, and you tell your doctor, and the doctor says, oh, well, the child has an overly stimulated imagination. But is that true sometimes? I know with my own children and my grandchildren. I'll give you, for instance, my husband and I slept in one bedroom away from my granddaughter Mia's room when she was born and as she grew up. Well, in the middle of the night, I'm a very light sleeper, so in the middle of the night, I used to hear her giggling. And I don't think she was more than 6 to 8 months old. So I hear this giggling, and I get up, and I go into the room, and she's sitting up in the crib, and she's literally mumbling to the corner of the room, and she is having a full conversation with somebody that's not there. But you know what, folks? We're going to be right back to that topic in just a moment. We're going to go for a station break, and we're coming right back. So stay tuned, folks.
Hey everyone, this is Dr. Pat. I wanted to tell you about a new, powerful, and compelling play by Nicholas Vasili.
Coming to Seattle July 8th at the Palladium at Hales Brewery.
The United States of China.
On one hand, a dedicated American patriot who would give her life for her country. On the other hand, someone who has been battling the injustice and corruption of America most of her life. And she is as confused as any American could be about what she truly believes in. My play, The United States of China, is about the trial of Miriam Hopkins, who is a metaphor for all that America stands for.
This is more than a play experience. It's a movement. It's a movement to create a new level of awareness. Knowledge is power, and we are powerful. Get your tickets today at americathestrong.com.
What if your body and mind were the compasses to the secrets, mysteries, and magic of life? Glenna Rice, co-host of The Questionable Parent, is inviting you to access all that is possible. Glenna is a 10-year certified veteran access consciousness facilitator who offers an amazing variety of life-changing classes and workshops. Work with Glenna from anywhere, with teleclasses and workshops all over the globe. To learn more and see Glenna's current schedule of events, classes, and workshops, visit glennarice.com.
There are so many resources out there for meditation. But did you know that Atana's Heart Earth Healing Meditation is available for you for free? Yes, that's right. You can receive this free healing meditation today from Atana Badili. All you need to do is visit his website, atanamethod.com. That's ATAANA method.com. And sign up. You will receive your free meditation instantly. That's atanamethod.com.
Hi, this is Leslie Fontaine, and my show is Sheer Alchemy on TransformationTalkRadio.com. When we're bogged down with our emotions, the hardships that plague us in our relationships, at work, our finances, We literally can't see the higher plane where we could be operating from. Tune in to Leslie Fontaine, Sheer Alchemy on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Almost everyone at some time in their lives ask themselves, what am I? Most of our questions are ego-generated and simply don't address the problem of our false self. It's time to relax your ego and embody your soul. Dr. Dan Cohen, neurologist, inventor, and author, has created tools to awaken, a new way to transform from who you thought you were into what you truly are. Visit toolstoawaken.com today.
Are you into it? For the month of April, take a picture in your Intuit apparel and post it on Facebook for all to see and receive a reading from Lynn Brown on your Facebook page of your prominent aura color and what it means for you. Make sure you tag Lynn Brown or the Are You Into It Facebook page with your photo so Lynn can find you. Visit intuitapparel.com today and wear your intuition with pride.
Welcome back, folks, to the Dr. Pat Show. And my name is Sky Siegel, and I'm your host today. And we have Guy Lazarus, who is an amazing healer on as an amazing guest star. And I'm very thankful and very happy to be doing Dr. Pat's show today. And we do have some callers that have called in. Deborah from Seattle. Are you there, sweetie?
Deborah. All right, what we're going to do is we'll put Deborah back on hold, and we'll go to our next caller. Aaron from Bothell. Aaron, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Aaron. How are you, dear?
Good, thanks. Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, you're quite welcome. It's our pleasure. What can we do for you today?
Well, I thought I'd just call in to maybe get a mini reading or to see if the guy senses any kind of spirits around me that he'd like to tap into.
Okay.
Well, the spirit sensor would be Sky.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
I would be the healer, Aaron. Aaron, it is?
Yes, it is.
Aaron, yes.
Yeah.
Aaron, I feel a female energy around you. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. Do you sense it younger or older?
Excuse me?
Do you sense it younger or older?
Oh, younger,
like female?
actually.
Okay.
A younger spirit. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, I feel a lot of love coming from this I want to say adolescent, child, younger person, not even child. I want to say, like, you know, I'm getting the feeling that this person is in, I would say, like, just before 20s. Like, I'm getting like a little bit that it's a little bit older, but then a very young sense. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I'm getting a lot of love, a lot of healing from this child, this person, this young person, and I'm feeling a lot of sadness also. But this person is literally telling me, please give her healing from me. Please try and make her understand that this had to be this way. Does that make sense to you, dear?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a really younger soul that's around me that's
now, I want you to know something, that let's say a child went into spirit at the age of 7, and that child has been in spirit for 10 years. Now that child is 17. So that spirit is coming to me as a 17-year-old. So I'm feeling the energy of someone who, yes, did cross young, but is elevated in spirit. And I'm feeling that the spirit that I am connecting with right now is very intelligent spirit, someone that has a lot of compassion and a lot of love, and especially in your direction, and is sending you a lot of healing. This must have been a very traumatic experience for you to receive all this healing that I'm getting. Was this a child of yours or a sister, a sibling? I'm feeling that it's a very close connection.
It's not any specific person. I just sense this person around me, or like a soul kind of
okay.
trying to guide me. It's no one specific that Yeah.
I want to tell you something about the spirit. I'm feeling as though the spirit has been with you for quite a while and is sensing a lot of problems and a lot of turmoil in your life, and it's giving you this healing. I want you to know that this spirit has and does connect with you in many ways. I think in a past life you must have known this soul. I'm also feeling as though this person knows like your everyday habits and is almost connecting to you as a mother figure or a younger sister. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like this person is like a younger, like almost looks up to you like a younger sister would look up to somebody, but also is giving you a lot of healing because of the struggles and trials and tribulations that you've been going through. All right?
Okay, great.
I feel as though she's letting me know that she understands. She's letting me know that she's empathetic towards you. So there must be something going on that you're stressing over. And money comes up to mind right now. She is letting me know that there's 3 problems in your life right now. She's not really getting into the problems, but there's 3 different problems that you're facing. Whether you're started facing them or not right now, I'm not so certain. But she's showing me the number 3, and there's 3 obstacles that you're going to be approaching or are in the middle of approaching. All right? So I want you to know that you can connect with the spirit yourself in a manner where you can ask her for healing. And she is she's like a little sister, so don't be frightened of her. And I know that she's explaining to me that you're sensing her in your home. And around, is there a living room near a restroom?
Yes.
Okay. That's the area where she's sensing you the most. You're sensing her. And sometimes you just like happen to like give a double take or a double look, or you're just feeling something that you're not alone. You know what I mean? Know that that's her soul. And know that she comes in a good fashion, in a good way, a loving, gentle way. And ask her for help. She's there to help you.
Okay, great.
All right, sweetheart. Is there anything else you wanted to know?
I kind of sense like she's a child that wants to come through. Do you pick up on anything with that?
Well, you know what? I don't think, to me, she's coming to me as a very intelligent, older soul. However, I know she is a kid. All right?
Okay.
You're absolutely right about she is a child. However, at this juncture in where she's at, she has evolved tremendously. And she does look at you as an older sibling or a mom. Do things go off by themselves?
Yeah, and I get a lot of light flickers and stuff in that area too.
Yes. And that is her soul. And she wants you to know that when you do sense her, to talk to her. She's lonesome.
Okay, lonesome. Great.
And don't be afraid at all. That's the furthest thing that she wants you to do is be fearful of her.
Okay.
All right? She's not going to hurt you. She's there to support you, really.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And I hope these 3 obstacles that are coming in your path are not detrimental. And I know the money issue is going to get better. And I know that things are going to equal out for you, and you're going to get the second wish that you're thinking of. Do you know what that is? The second most stressful thing in your life is going to be fine. Not to get a little too much in detail.
Okay.
I think you know what it is.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, Deborah. Thank you for calling. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
All right. And actually, that was Erin. Deborah was the one that we couldn't get.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. No big deal. Do you want to take just one more caller before the next break, or do you want to wait?
Yes.
All
absolutely.
Right. Let's take Amy. Amy's calling in from Seattle. Amy, welcome to the show.
Hi. I have one quick child story for a guy. I was walking through a park one day, and this man was pushing a stroller with his little boy in it. And as they passed me, the little boy looked right up to me and reached out and said, "Mother." Is that a past life thing? Did he recognize me from? Because I don't look at all like his mother. I'm much older than the typical mother age.
You know what? That's more in Sky's wheelhouse, but I would say, from my knowledge, it's possible that maybe in a past life, Sky would be probably better to answer that question.
Well, I'll just give you a little rundown. When a child approaches an adult and they do come out with mother or grandmother or sister or brother, it is because there is some type of soul connection. Now, when we do come back, a lot of our relatives sign contracts to come back with us. And what happens is, through our lifetime, we may not be very close to the person, but the person that signed the contract along with us to be in our life, we will cross. That person will be in our path sometime during our life, whether it be like you just happened with this child, what just happened, where, you know, that child was letting you know from a soul level that, yes, you were a mother to him or her in that past life. It's a recognizing, and it could have been for a fleeting moment, but that fleeting moment probably has changed your life in many ways. It's at least opened up your curiosity to find out what and why this child called you mother. And that's really an interesting, that's a whole topic on itself. But I would venture to say that, yes, in a past life, you two were probably mother and son.
I have a feeling about that, yeah.
I definitely would not discount it.
And do I have any energy around me now? Any lost souls or anybody on the other side that's around me?
Well, there's never a lost soul.
Yeah.
Unless there's someone here who hasn't crossed over, and even they are with an angel until they're ready to cross. So they're never lost. It's just when they're ready to cross. I wanted to ask you a question. I wanted to know how you felt. What was your gut feeling when you saw that child?
My gut feeling was that he recognized me from a past life. That was my gut feeling.
Did you recognize him in any fashion?
No, I didn't.
Okay. And you see, that's a thing that I wanted to bring up as well. Do you see how when we get older, we close up a lot to spirit? Now, had you been a child or a teen and still had been very open and hadn't lost that curiosity or that innate knowing that you came from another place, if you hadn't lost that or had been, kind of on the fence about that, you probably would have sensed some kind of like a gut feeling, like maybe a little flip of your stomach.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a butterfly feeling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't have to hit you on the head like a hammer.
Yeah. Well, great. You answered my question, so I will let you go, and thank you.
Thank you very much, and we hope to hear from you again.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for your call.
You know, Guy, maybe what we should do is get numbers and ask if the people would like some healing energy.
Yes, absolutely, because, I am very intuitive, but you are the authority here as far as spirits.
Right? I live with them all the time, which is great. Hey, listen, Guy, we will be right back. We're going to go to a commercial break. And, folks, we will be right back. Stay tuned.
Artie Hoffman is the hottest psychic with the warmest heart and the host of the hit show Angels and Answers. A renowned psychic, medium, spiritual life coach, and an entertaining motivational speaker, Artie has helped over 15,000 people with his amazing intuitive gifts, his passion, and his humor. Call 877-ANGEL-02 to schedule a personal reading or to have your own psychic Artie party. That's 877-ANGEL-02. And visit artiehoffman.com and Angels and Answers on Facebook.
Tune in to Lucid Planet Radio with Dr. Kelly Neff. This hit show will illuminate your senses and empower you beyond your daily stressors and hardships. Renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly will captivate you with far-reaching topics and amazing guests as you wake to the greatest version of yourself. Learn to tap into your intuitions, think critically about our world, heal emotional and psychological wounds, and follow your passions to live your dreams. The Lucid Planet. Welcome home. Visit lucidplanetradio.com for more information.
Song of the Heart, Walking the Path of Light, from author and healer Francine Vale, is available now. Through Francine's life story, we learn how imperative it is to love one another. Once this simple truth is learned, peace on earth will prevail. Song of the Heart is a life lived and a story told for this purpose. To learn more about Francine and her amazing gifts, or to order your copy of the book today, visit angelsandlightbeings.com.
The Doctor is in. Tune in to the hit show, The Psychic Love Doctor, with host Deborah Lee. Deborah's life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. Join Deborah Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific, and for a special broadcast the second Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Hey everyone, this is Dr. Pat. I wanted to tell you about a new, powerful, and compelling play by Nicholas Vasili.
Coming to Seattle July 8th at the Palladium at Hales Brewery.
The United States of China.
On one hand, a dedicated American patriot who would give her life for her country. On the other hand, someone who has been battling the injustice and corruption of America most of her life. And she is as confused as any American could be about what she truly believes in. My play, The United States of China, is about the trial of Miriam Hopkins, who is a metaphor for all that America stands for.
This is more than a play experience. It's a movement. It's a movement to create a new level of awareness. Knowledge is power, and we are powerful. Get your tickets today at americathestrong.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Dr. Pat Show. My name is Sky Siegel. I am a psychic medium, and I am filling in for Dr. Pat today. And I'm very, very honored to be doing that. If any of you guys wanted a private psychic reading with myself, my telephone number is 908-500-1474. And we have the very prestigious Guy Lazarus today here with us as our guest, and he is an amazing healer, folks. So if you'd like to speak with Guy about any of your medical issues, you can call into the radio station right now, and the number is 800-930-2819, and we would love, and I know Guy would love, to discuss certain things with you and maybe set up an appointment for healing and maybe even give you a little healing over the phone this afternoon. Right, Guy?
Well, I would be more than happy to, but, typically when I do healing, I'll give out my phone number. If anybody wants to contact me personally, I could be reached at 646-302-1813, because I would need a little bit more information before I sent the healing energy. And,
yes.
Some people are funny with their health. I understand it's a touchy subject, but I can help you. Don't be afraid to call and tell me about it.
Yeah, and some people kind of get a little funny about speaking about their personal health issues over the phone or in a setting where you're, on live radio. So we do respect that. So if you would like to call...
Well, I don't judge anybody. I want to heal. I don't judge. I heal. That's what I do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why you're so spiritual, Guy. That brings out the beautiful spirituality in you, because when you do work like we do, Guy being a healer and myself being a psychic medium, we judge nothing and no one.
No,
There's
only one judge in this world, and he's looking down upon us right now.
Exactly. That's beautifully put, and you're so right about that. And our mission in life is to help as much as we can, not to judge. And today's topic is really interesting, especially for new mothers. I think that if you see your child focusing in one corner of the room or coming to you and saying that they have imaginary friends, and you see them and you walk into a room and see them sitting on the floor and really having an in-depth conversation, do you panic? How do you handle that? Do you know if your child is just having an over-imagination, or is your child really speaking to spirit?
Well, how many kids have imaginary friends? Almost every kid has an imaginary friend.
Absolutely. I know mine did.
It's my personal belief that, and what I'm about to say, nobody send any hate mail to the station. This is my opinion only. I think when we are born into this world, our energy is at probably the strongest level. And somewhere in between we lose it, but then when we pass, our spirit gets that, at the time of our passing, that same energy, our energy is strongest when we pass, because I actually was able to communicate with a few people who have passed.
That's remarkable. Yeah. And you happen to be right about that. I think that our spirit, our energy is very high during the birth process, and I think there's a reason for that.
As we stated earlier, when you have you have the infant in the crib or something, and they're fixated on one spot, and there's nothing there. To us, there's nothing there.
Right.
To them, there is something there. I totally believe this.
Oh, I totally believe it too. And don't forget, there are children who do have very active imaginations, and you have to decipher whether or not your child has an active imagination, or if your child is really seeing spirit. And being a medium, when I was raising my children, it was funny. My children did have imaginary friends, and they did have spirit activity. Mm-hmm. Of course, I was able to catch the spirit activity immediately because I felt it as well.
Oh, sure.
But there was times when they had imaginary friends, and they would have tea parties with this imaginary friend. I know my oldest daughter especially had an imaginary friend, and his name was Primo.
Primo?
Yes, Primo.
Interesting.
And I did not feel any spirit activity around her, and I knew it was just an imaginary friend. And what happened was, after she got to a certain age, Primo kind of disappeared. So, folks, that's one of the reasons how you tell if your child is really speaking to spirit, or if your child is just has an imaginary friend. They lose their imaginary friends after a certain point.
One of the things that are most troubling to me, Sky, is, children who have this gift and their parents take them to the doctor because they're not behaving like the norm, so to speak. And they're often misdiagnosed with ADHD, and right away the doctor wants to put them on medication because they're just not like everyone else. And here they are saying, okay, you're going to take this prescription because you need to be like everyone else.
Oh, my God, I'm so in agreement to that.
That irritates me like you wouldn't believe.
Me too. Oh, you have no idea. Just because your child has differences from other, or they don't fit into the category of that scale from 1 to 10 of normal. What is normal, first of all? See, this is a subject that really annoys me, because who has the right to place a tag on your child? Oh, that child is not normal. Well,
exactly.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Who's the one at the top that says, well, who is bold enough to say, well, I'm normal and you have to be like me?
Exactly, Guy. Exactly. And coming from a spiritual point of view, I think they're very normal. And, just because we can't see or feel doesn't mean it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
And people need to open up their minds about this, especially when your doctor starts saying, oh, let's put this kid on Ritalin, or let's put this kid on this drug or that drug. Stay away. Do more research.
Well, instead of embracing this beautiful thing,
Exactly.
they choose to fight it off.
Right. And I do understand if you're not a real spiritual person, or if you're a very religious person, before you start wallpapering your walls with religious artifacts to try and remove what you feel could be something bad, do a little research. And by that I mean, first of all, find out who owned your property. Even if you're on a condominium or even if you're in an apartment, find out the history of your area. I would start there. Then find out some of your family history. Find out if this child was named after a relative. And try to decipher from the best of your ability if this child can be talking to spirit. Because a lot of our relatives, when we name our children after them, and it's very common, you name your child after a grandparent, a great-grandparent. Now that great-grandparent, just because they're not here doesn't mean that they're not over the moon. They are over the moon in heaven. So of course, now you're giving that responsibility to that grandparent to watch over that child, which is not a burden for them. They adore it. They love it. They exist for that. So and sometimes this child will inadvertently see this grandparent. And then everybody starts getting frightened. Oh my God, I got ghosts in my house. Oh my God, there's something wrong with my child. No.
See, me and you, I mean, people like us, I would be so blessed. I would feel so blessed to be able to witness that.
You're so right, Guy. You're so right. Yeah. That is one of the phenomenons, the beautiful phenomenon of life, that there is something after this. Mm. And I feel so terribly sorry for the people who believe that this is it.
Like I was telling you earlier, when I took that picture with my webcam and all the orbs were behind me, and I've told a few people this story, and many of them said, "Oh, wow, that would scare the crap out of me." Yeah. And me, I feel like it was one of the greatest things that ever happened to me in my life.
Yeah. I was very privileged to be able to see that photo of Guy and the orbs around him. And the orbs, some of them were tremendous and some of them were small. And let me tell you something, folks. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I actually felt those spirits holding him, like they were surrounding him and nurturing him. And that's very appropriate for the work that he does. Let's face it. He's a healer. He needs as much energy as he can possibly receive from spirit, and he gets it. I saw it with my own eyes. It's an amazing photo.
I've worked on you over a month ago. I actually sent you dog healing energy last week. It's not just human beings.
Oh, folks, let me tell you something. My dog has osteosarcoma, which is a cancer that is non-curable. So we're letting him live out his days in peace. And I want to tell you something. This dog was miserable. I have him on pain medication. I'm doing everything in my power to keep him comfortable. Guy saw him. Guy actually literally sent him healing that night. It was a Friday night, I believe.
It was last Friday night before I went to bed. I sent him healing energy.
Saturday, I said to my husband, look at Harley. He's running in the fields with his brother because he's got a brother who's exactly like him. I said to my husband, look at this dog run around. You'd never believe he's got cancer, and it's in his bones. So it's in his legs. It's in his front leg primarily right now. But I saw this dog running around and jumping around. Then I get a call a couple of hours later from Guy. He says, did your dog act a little funny today? I said, yes. Why? He says, because I sent him healing. I said, no wonder. I said, where is my head? Of course you did. I said, he's like a puppy. He's acting like a puppy again. It's remarkable. And I didn't even know that Guy sent him the healing. But I knew that this dog was acting like a pup. And it was so beautiful to see. And then my hopes came up really strong. And I said to my husband, I hope, well, maybe with my prayers and prayers of everyone else around us, and a miracle. I've seen miracles, folks. I really have. So maybe we're getting a miracle.
I have to tell you, Sky, animals, I'm sure you know this, animals, dogs, cats, or whatever, they are so sensitive to energy.
Oh, without a doubt.
So it's actually easier to send them energy than a human being.
You're right. I never thought of that, but you're so right.
Dogs,
Because they're
cats,
open.
there's nothing but love that come from them. There's there's no corruptness, there's no ego. It's just all love.
There's no malice in their
No,
heart.
they truly are God's creatures. God sent
Absolutely.
them for us
I agree with you.
to actually teach us, I believe.
That's right. I couldn't agree with you more, Guy. You are so right about that. They're like little love sponges. I call them love sponges because all they do is they're there to serve and to love.
Mm-hmm.
And we are there to put as much love and cherishing as we can muster up inside of us into them.
Yeah, we can learn a lot from animals. We really can.
Yes,
by their
we
behavior.
can.
I mean, but no matter what, they just love.
You know what? We have a caller, Melissa, and I'm so sorry, Melissa. We got into this and we started talking, but I had all intentions of taking you next. But I'm going to take you right now, sweetheart, because your call is important to us, and we would like to hear what you have to say. Melissa, are you there from Linwood?
Hi, yes. Thank you for taking my call.
Hello,
I
Melissa.
apologize for letting you sit on the line.
Oh, no apology necessary. Thank you for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart. You're a dear. What can we do for you?
I was just wondering if you would mind blessing me with a mini read.
Oh, absolutely. Is there anything in particular that you want to know for the sake of time?
No, you just pull something out of the air. I'm game for anything.
Have you been having problems with your feet and legs?
No, not yet.
Okay. Watch out. I feel like something is wrong. I feel like you're going to start having cramps in your legs. I feel like, and it's going to start at your ankles. It's going to radiate to your feet, and it's going to go up to your knee. And there's a very easy solution for it. And if you do the solution now, you probably won't even stress or suffer with the pain.
Okay.
Drink Gatorade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's easy.
Potassium. The potassium. You're low on potassium. I feel it really strongly.
Okay.
Are you taking a multiple vitamin? Because I feel like you're kind of like listless. Like you can do better. This is like, I feel like you're telling yourself, I can push myself to do better. Like, I feel like you're pushing. Like, you don't have to be. I feel like if you start taking a vitamin, you're going to have a little more energy.
Okay. Beautiful.
Right.
And just my sex life real quick.
That's always a good thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if I could get just really quick. You see anything coming my way?
I understand exactly what you're saying, and that part of your life is looking up, as a matter of fact. I'm feeling as though there's a lot of love coming your way, and it's going to be at its peak around October. Does that make sense to you?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, great. Is there anything else you'd like to know? If there's something worrying you, bothering you?
Just my book. I've been stuck on my book, and I'm just having a hard time with it.
Yeah.
I'm stressed out about it.
Well, I feel the stress, and I do feel as though you're being drained, and that's why I said to start taking vitamins. Vitamins are, believe it or not, it'll even take away the writer's block. Because once you start taking, let's say, ginkgo biloba, and there are a couple of other ones for the brain, I feel as though, you're going to be at your peak of your game. Your writer's block, I think you're putting more into it than that's really necessary. I think you're more afraid of the word writer's block than what you're having. I need you to go out and take a long walk. I want you to take a long walk and near something with a lot of energy, like the water. or in the middle of the forest where, in the middle of like a very tree lit area, like a lot of trees, a lot of grass, a lot of nature, rocks, waterfalls, the ocean. Go take a walk near there and just sit and close your eyes and meditate. And I promise you, things are going to come to you. And I'd really, really like to know after you do that. I'd love for you to call back and let me know how that's going, because I feel that it's just a little minor snag and you're going to be fine.
Melissa, very quickly, can I I'm sorry to interrupt. Are you very much focused on the ending of this book, how it's going to end?
No, I already know how.
So you already have the ending?
I have the ending.
So now you're trying to think of how you're going to get there.
I'm having difficulty putting it together. Like, I don't have a problem with a lot of the sensual parts of it. I have difficulty with the dialogue.
How to get it all together.
Yeah, and with the dialogue, the pace of it, and with I don't have a problem with the feeling of it, but the pace of it.
Yeah.
The problem I'm feeling is you already know the ending. So now you have to think of a way to get there.
Yeah, I have the beginning.
Guys, excuse me one moment for interrupting. We only have about 5 minutes to the close of the show, and I don't want to cut you off.
Thank you.
I want you to know, I truly feel that this will all come to you, and it'll come in chronological order, A through Z, or 1 through 10. It will come to you. Just go and get yourself in a position where you're surrounded by nature and a lot of energy. And don't focus on it. It'll come naturally. You put too much emphasis on it, too much focus.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. It was a pleasure speaking with you. I wish we had more time.
Yeah.
Guy, we have like 5 or less minutes. 3 minutes to closing. I cannot believe this.
3 minutes to closing. Last call.
Yeah, this is it. Guy, give her your email address, and I'll give mine. And this way, if she wants to email us, we can help her out.
Sure. My email is ReikiEnergyHealer1111@gmail.com.
Beautiful. And mine is enchantingchanneling@gmail.com. Very easy. Enchantingchanneling @gmail.com. Folks, it has been such a pleasure to be on the Dr. Pat Show. And I want to give my love and my happiness and my healing to my great partner, Artie Hoffman, who is on our show together with me every week on Thursday between 5 and 7 Eastern. And he is in London right now, and we miss him so much. And he's an amazing medium and psychic. And if you want his telephone number, it's 877-ANGEL02. And you can give Artie a call, too, because I know that he'd love to hear from you. And, Guy, it has been an amazing pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a privilege being on the Dr. Pat Show. And I really wish we had more time. We could talk about so much more on this subject.
I know I have so much to talk about, and we just got eaten up with time. But I want to tell you, folks, I need you to call Guy, because Guy is an amazing healer. And, Guy, give them your phone number one more time, because we got to wrap up.
I look forward to hearing from you. I can be reached at 646-302-1813.
Well, God bless all of you out there, and thank you so much for listening. And it was great fun for Guy and I today, and I just wish we had more time.
Thank you all so much.
Pat, for letting us be on your show and trusting us with your amazing show. We adore you. We love you so much.
God bless you, Dr. Pat.
Yes, and my love to everybody listening. May God grant you your fondest dreams and wishes. May they all come true. May God bless all of you out there, folks. Till next week, this is Sky and Guy. Goodbye.
The preceding audio was via a Skype call.